Nityananda everyone, wishing you all the auspiciousness on this occasion of Akshaya Tritiya as we receive Swamiji in its most beautiful form, in his Bhavasamaya Darshan initiations. We extend our deep gratitude to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan, Nityananda Prabhu. Let us enjoy the grace and the blessing of Swamiji.
अब देखो ये कैसे देखे पट्टी बंद कर आंखों पे हर बाधा हटा कर सब दूर दूर जो है कह जाएंगे कि सब देखते रह जाएंगे त्रिनेत्र जागरण जो इसे कहते हैं कथाओं में जो सुनने को मिलते हैं कहने में जो लगे नहीं इतना आसान चुश्चुल इतना भी नहीं मुश्किल बात बनेगी संपूर्ति जब साथ है तो आओ एक दीक्षा की उप्स नर इंसान ये है भगवान जय 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 जय
Swamiji is blessing us all the devotees around the world are joining here on this Akshaya Tritiya. And Swamiji is blessing us all with abundance, peace, and oneness. This is the most beautiful time when one is connected directly with the incarnation, the enlightened master, in the space of quantum entanglement, where Swamiji's own energy is connected with, which brings tremendous awakening, healing, transformation, and liberation. Thank you, Swamiji. When the incarnation is walking on the Bhumandala, do whatever you need to do, but not miss it. Not miss it. One thing you do not want to miss is the incarnation. Like Ramaswamy Prabhu, Sri Krishna, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan, Sri Nityananda Prabhu. When they're walking on planet Earth, they're here with bigger purpose than you and I, and we shall not miss that. We must do whatever we can within our sadhanas and our surrendering to make sure that we connect with the incarnation as he is. Nanda Sadashiva, 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 Nityananda Sadashiva.
Sarvakrit Sarvavedaram, Sarvagnam Aparajitam, Sarvabhutatma Bhutastham, Pranatosmi Sadashivam, Pranatosmi Sadashivam.
Sadashiva, Sadashiva, Nityananda Sadashiva, 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 Nityananda Sadashiva.
Yosrujat Sarvabhutani,
All the Kailasas, all the Kailasas around the world are celebrating this Akshaya Tritiya with Swami's Darshan, followed by Mahalakshmi's Puja, offering Satvik, Naivedyam, and Prasadam to all the devotees. So if you're in the area, please do visit the Kailasa temple.
Osmi Sadashivam,
Sadashiva, Sadashiva, Nityananda Sadashiva. सदाशिव सदाशिव नित्यानन्द सदाशिव
प्रीतियत् प्रीतिदातारं सुप्रियं प्रियदर्शनम्
नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि परमशिवशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and blessing. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Kailashians, everyone sitting with us all over the world. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. And today, Big TV, a Telugu TV channel, has sent the questions. Shri Pavanji, Chief Editor of the Big TV Telugu, has sent the questions. I'll surely answer your questions. Shri Pavanji and the Big TV Telugu channel, thank you for sending the questions. And we also have questions from Miss Anjali Swami, Editor and Bureau Chief Arizona of Bharat FM. And thank you, Miss Anjali Swami. I'll answer your questions also. And we have Shri Sandeep Ji, Founder and Editor-in-Chief of India Speaks Daily YouTube channel, also sent the questions. I'll answer them also. Thank you, Shri Sandeep Ji, Founder and Editor-in-Chief of India Speaks Daily, for sending the questions. I thank all of you for being here. Paramashiva's direct message from Mahakailasa on this auspicious Akshaya Tritiya day. Parama Satyas about Akshaya Tritiya. Listen. Akshaya means infinite, eternal. Akshaya is elaborated in Sanskrit scriptures, in Hindu scriptures, in original Sanskrit. The word Akshaya is elaborated with the words Shashwata, Nitya, Nirantara, Ananta. These are the words used in Hindu scriptures in original Sanskrit to explain the word Akshaya. So listen. Akshayam, Shaswatam, Nityam, Ajaram, Purushottamam, Yegamaivat Vidiyam cha Yat Param Brahma Shaswatam. The word Akshaya appears earliest in Rudra Samhita. Rudra Samhita is the earliest reference for the word Akshaya. Of course, Akshaya word is used in Hindu scriptures multiple times in many places. I am saying earliest reference is Rudra Samhita, 2nd canto, 35th sloka. Akshayam Shaswatam Nityam Acharam Purushottamam Yegamevat Vidiyam cha Yat Param Brahma Shaswatam. So Akshaya means infinite.
Swami is saying
We will have to
Akshaya means
use
infinite.
many words to translate the word Akshaya. If I have to use only one word, I'll choose infinite. Akshaya means infinite. Listen. Ishvara. Actually, this Rudra Samhita describes Parabrahman, Parameshwara. Paramashiva is Akshayam, Shaswatam, Nityam, Acharam, Purushottamam, Yekamevad Vidiyam cha Yat Param Brahma Shaswatam. It describes Ishvara as Akshaya, infinite. Listen. Whenever you start cognizing Ishvara is Akshaya, you are liberated. Whenever you cognize Ishvara is finite, you fall into delusion. Either you start denying God completely and become atheist, or deny the dimensions of Paramashiva and become agnostic, or deny some of the dimensions of Paramashiva and get into like a rational agnostic, semi-atheist, or kind of a little dry Sankhya. You get into different kinds of delusions when you cognize Ishvara as the finite. And listen, when you cognize Ishvara as finite, you start building a kind of even fear and greed with Ishvara. You start building the relationships like a give and take. That is also kind of semi-atheism. be very clear. Only when you cognize Paramashiva, Ishvara is infinite, you are liberated. If you cognize Ishvara as finite, you will fall into some kind of delusion. Same way, Jagat. Jagat is infinite. Jagat is infinite. But when you cognize Jagat as finite, again you fall into delusions. You feel, oh, you have only finite time to be with Jagat, enjoy Jagat, celebrate Jagat, and you get into the greed or the fear of
Swamiji is
being,
saying,
losing.
Swamiji is saying beautiful thing that Akshaya means infinity, infinite, and Parandama, Parameswara, Paramashiva. So whenever we think of the ultimate as finite, we're bound to be in delusion. Whenever you drop or lower identity of the existence of Paramatma, Parameshwara, Paramashiva, your guru, you, to anything lower than infinity, you're basically putting yourself in delusion. Swami is revealing some beautiful truths. Let us continue to listen.
Is Jagat is infinite.
Jagat is infinity.
Next comes Jiva.
Jagat is infinity.
Actually, if you spend little time, use your simple, straightforward logic, and you are seeking sincerely in a matured way, you can even cognize Ishvara is infinite, Jagat is infinite, but you can't cognize Jiva is also infinite. No, that is too much, because
Swami is
the
Swami is
self-doubt, self-denial.
Swami is saying beautiful things that it's easy for a person to visualize, imagine Jagat and Ishvara is infinite, but out of self doubt, self hatred, self denial, it's very difficult for one to accept himself, herself as the infinity.
Carry is so deeply engraved in you that has become such a strong pattern in you. You strongly believe your Jiva is finite. No, but the ultimate truth is your Jiva is infinite. I will give you thousands of Shastra Pramanas, and from my own experience, from Prasthanatrayas, Nainam Chintandi Shastrani Nainam Dahati Pavakaha, Nachainam Kletayantyapo Nasoshayati Marutaha. Bhagavad Gita says, listen, Ishvara is Akshaya, infinite. Jagat
Jagat is
is
infinite.
Akshaya, infinite.
Jiva is infinite.
Jiva is Akshaya, infinite. Knowing this three is infinite is moksha. Listen. If you cognize Jiva is finite, you fall into the delusions of various malas, anava, kanma, maya. Kiranagama says, Bhoktrutvam namayat proktam anadimala karanam abhilashastanav satyam satanuhu kena hetuna ragobi sanimitatvat pravruttaha purushasya tu. Lord said, verily what is said as bhoktrutva is due to the primary cause mala, which is eternal. If it is said to be that desire or attachment exists in embodied soul, which is the reason the soul gets embodied, therefore it becomes the reason for its embodiment. Listen here. You need to understand this Kiranagama deeply. Whether you cognize Jiva is finite or Jagat is finite, the mala starts. Sincerely meditate on these truths I am revealing. Step by step. See, fortunately, Paramashiva's grace, due to Paramashiva's grace, I studied the Shastras in a traditional way. In the Guru Sishya Parampara, in a very authentic Sampradaya way, I studied. So it has a very beautiful systematic way of removing the delusions and enlightening you. So as per that system, the very tradition, the very methodology through which I received this Shastra Pramana and Atma Pramana, my own enlightenment experience, I'll reveal it now to all of you. Listen sincerely. Ishvara is infinite. Jagat is infinite. Jiva is infinite. Jiva is infinite because anything finite cannot even seek infinite. If you are seeking
This is a beautiful
something,
catch. Listen to it. Swami is saying that the finite cannot catch the infinite. And the fact that you're seeking the infinite, that means you must be infinite. Purna.
It's not part of you, you cannot seek. Be very clear, your very seeking shows
Your
that
infinity.
Jiva is not finite. Listen. Jiva feels suffocated when it cognizes itself finite, so and tries to break free from that suffocation, from that bondage, from that toxic feeling, because the infinity was, is its original state as undercurrent. Infinity, you can't seek which is infinite unless your core, your foundation, your original state itself is infinite.
This is like the most beautiful catch. Again, Swami is saying that when you're seeking the something that is part of you, which is infinity. And so that means the infinity is part of you. You are infinity. Otherwise, you won't be seeking something that is not you, that is not part of you. That means your core, the Jiva's core, is infinity. And Swamiji also discussed the fact that if you accept Jiva, Jagat, and Ishvara, anything less than infinity, you're bound to fall in delusion with all the malas, Annava mala, Karma mala, Maya mala, and more. So be clear. Make sure you cognize that you are the infinity. Jiva, Jagat, Isvara, they're all infinity. Isha, Vasya, Idam Sarvam. Om, Paramashiva, Vasya, Idam Sarvam. Everything is pervaded by Paramashiva. Everything is pervaded by Purna. That means there's nothing incomplete. That means you're already complete. You're already infinity. And that you're seeking shows that you are infinity, as Bhagavan explains it. Let's continue to listen.
All of them agree. Jiva manifested from Ishvara. So understand, Ishvara is infinite. How can anything finite manifest from infinite? No. That is why the first verse of the first Upanishad, Ishavasya Upanishad, starts with Purnamata
Purnamidam
Purnamidam Purnat
Purnat Purnyam
Purnamudachyate
Dhyate Purnasya
Purnasya
Purnamadaya
Purnamadaya
Purnamevavasishyate.
Purnamevavasishyate. This is a Shanti mantra of Ishavasya Upanishad. From Purna comes out the Purna, and Purna exists as Purna even after the Purna came out of Purna.
Purna remains Purna. It's a
So how can
hologram. Hologram within hologram remains
finite come
hologram.
out of
Even if you
infinite?
remove a small hologram, the hologram remains as hologram.
Jagat is infinite even if you start logically understanding the known universe is less than 0.00000000001%. All known universe which you can know and which you can imagine. This is what is the conclusion by the modern day scientists. I can give you 100 reference. the known universe, and the universe you can
Most of the
imagine.
existence is an unformed atattva, unmanifested, in the
Even
form of
with your
antimatter.
quantum physics theories
Antimatter
of
dominates
parallel
most
universes, multiverses,
of the
with all
more
of these
than
theories,
the known or the
whatever you
manifested.
can perceive or imagine, all of it put together is less than 0.00000001%. Anoraniyan magato mahiyan jivas sada shakti madassa eva nityam vatto mukta iva pratitah swatmanam nyatva shivatam rachet. Jiva is subtler than the Atman atom, greater than the great, ever the embodiment of Shakti. Through it appears, though it appears to be eternally bound, by ignorance it is liberated, knowing its true self, which is Akshaya, Akshaya, which is its Shivahood. The Sarvajnanottara Mokshapada, 5th canto, 7th verse. It says, knowing that it's Shivahood, Shivadam, Nyatva Shivadam Vrajet, knowing its Akshayatva, infinite, knowing itself as infinite, it is liberated. Listen. Jagat, which you can perceive, imagine, all put together, is only less than 0.000001% of the actual Jagat exists.
Swamiji explains that the known universe, whether you can imagine, know, or visualize, that is less than 0.0000001%.
Read some of the scientists' references. I'll give you some references now. All the stars, planets, galaxies that can be seen today make up to just 4% of the universe. The other 96% is made of stuff astronomers can't see, detect, or even comprehend. These mysterious substances are called dark energy or dark matter. Astronomers infer their existence based on their gravitational influence on what little bits of the universe can be seen. But the dark matter and the energy themselves continue to delude all detection. Overwhelming majority of the universe is, who knows, explains the science writer Richard Panek, who spoke about these oddities of the universe, of our universe, in his lecture in city of New York. It's unknown for now and possibly forever. That is what is scientists are repeatedly saying. You can just Google and see how big the universe, how big is the universe, and you can, even if you don't believe the Shastras, read what scientists are saying about the universe. It is infinite. Jagat is infinite. Listen, when you start cognizing Jagat is infinite, all your fears about death will just disappear, dissolve. It will become irrelevant. You will not have the greed to exploit Jagat and quickly finish enjoying. That stress generated by the greed will dissolve the moment you know Jagat is infinite. Same way, when you know Jiva is infinite, your fear that you need to finish enjoying everything within this one life will disappear. This fear and greed generates the violence to exploit further your interest at any cost. Asura means who furthers his existence and his interest and his
Swami
life
explains that the
at
knowing
any
force,
cost.
whether you can imagine, know, or
You
visualize
become
that is
Asura
less than
when you believe your Jiva
0.000001%.
is finite. All religions which teaches your soul is finite and you have only one life or just few life. This one life theory is the reason for asuratva, that
Swami is saying that when the religion focuses on one life, there's so much greed and fear, and the soul, the person, the jiva, will try to squeeze the life out of people and jagat. When you really understand that jiva is infinite, automatically it liberates oneself, and the greed and fear will naturally fall away, realizing that this journey is infinite. All the asuratva stem from greed, fear, that stem from squeezing the life out of people and the life itself because of the notion that there is only one life to live, which is completely false. As Bhagavan explains, whether you look at religious standpoint or from the quantum theory, that one will able to reach the conclusion that the jagat, the jiva, and the Ishvara, everything is infinity. Everything is infinite.
Satya, not even Satya in the Vyavaharika level. Forget about the Paramarthika. Even in the Vyavaharika level, it's not Satya. That one life theory forces human beings to further their interests at any cost. It makes them feel like you can exploit nature, you can exploit Prakriti, you can exploit other human beings, you can exploit anyone, anything for your interests to further your life and further your life's interests. That is the root cause of all militant missionaries and missionary militants, all terrorism and conversion. Understand? cognizing Jiva is infinite liberates you. Cognizing Jiva is Akshaya, Ishvara is Akshaya, Jagat is Akshaya, is Moksha. Listen, on this Akshaya Tritiya,
On this Akshaya Tritiya, realize that Jagat, Jiva, and Ishvara are all Akshaya, infinite,
this is Moksha.
and that is moksha, as
At least
Bhagavan explains it.
start cognizing this Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat, all these three are Akshaya on Akshaya Tritiya day. So this will just multiply, manifest, because anything you start on Akshaya Tritiya multiplies, manifests more and more. It explodes. It becomes infinite. So, if you start cognizing Jiva is Akshaya, infinite. Ishvara is Akshaya, infinite. Jagat is Akshaya, infinite. This liberation, moksha, will start manifesting in you as Akshaya. This is Paramashiva's direct message from Mahakailasa on Akshaya Tritiya. Paramashiva's blessings to all of you to realize Jiva is Akshaya, Jagat is Akshaya, Ishvara is Akshaya, and manifest moksha on this auspicious Akshaya Tritiya day. Let Akshayatva manifest, infinite manifest. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho. Amrita Bindu Upanishad says, mind alone is the cause of bondage and liberation for humans. The mind which cognizes Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat is finite, is the reason for bondage. The mind which decides to cognize Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat is infinite, is the reason for liberation.
This is just an amazing
So
message. Swami is
understand,
saying that the mind is a very powerful instrument, and when the mind thinks that Jiva, Jagat, and Iswara are finite, it binds you, causes bondage. But the same mind, when it cognizes the truth, Jiva, Jagat, and Iswara are infinite, it gives you liberation and moksha. On this Akshaya Tritiya, let the Akshayatva manifest in all of us, realizing that Jiva, Jagat, and Iswara are infinite.
Miss Anjali Swami is asking, Could you please give a spiritual perspective to the recent Pahalgam incident in Kashmir where so many innocent Hindus lost their lives? What should be the right approach towards non-violence? Listen. Miss Anjali Swami, I think I have explained in this satsang. I'll give you a straight answer. Asura, Asura means, that word Asura means, who furthers his life and his life's interest at anyone's cost, at the cost of anyone, he will further his life and his life's interest. He will not bother about others or nature or life. That person is Asura. So the Asura should not be allowed to exist and do this damage to others and the life. He should be contained, should not be allowed to cause any damage to others and nature is non-violence. Listen, ahimsa means not only you will not further your life and your life's interest at the cost of others and the nature, you will also not allow the asuras who does furthering of their life and their life interest at the cost of others. That is the real non-violence. The paramo, what our Shastra say, ahimsa paramo dharmaha. The parama dharma of ahimsa is for Brahmana. The swadharma ahimsa is he should not further his life and his interests at the cost of others' life and others' interests, and he should continue to teach this. Is the Brahmana swadharma. A Kshatriya should execute this. That is Kshatriya's swadharma. Vaishya and Sudras should support this. That is their swadharma. And this is what is ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Miss Anjali Swami, hope I answered your question. Non-violence for Kshatriya is to contain, stop all the asuric elements and asuras. Asuras are those who are trying to further their interests and their life interests at the cost of others' life and nature and everything. So, a Kshatriya should contain in any cost. The asuras should be contained is the ahimsa for Kshatriya. Teaching this truth and living this truth of not furthering your life and your life's interest on others' life and the cost of the others and others' life. living this ahimsa, teaching this ahimsa is the dharma for Brahmana, but for Kshatriya, the ahimsa dharma is containing those asuric elements which are trying to further their life and their life interest at the cost of others' life. Pravrittincha nivrittincha janana vidurasuraha nasaucham nabhisacharo nasatyam teshu vidyate. Those of asuric nature exploit others. Those of asuric nature do not comprehend the path of righteousness or restrain. In them there is no purity, proper contact, or truth. They exploit others through deceit.
Swamiji gave a beautiful answer about the ahimsa as Paramadharma, especially in reference to recent attack on Hindus in Pahalgam, Jammu Kashmir. Ahimsa means the Brahmanas should not only not extend their life and goals at the cost of environment and other people, but should also teach other people about the Dharma and Sastras. For Kshatriya, they must execute this action, which is non-violence, means asuric energy that extends their life and it takes advantage of other people and nature to further their own life goals out of greed should be contained by Kshatriya. Kshatriya's purpose is to execute that, and that's the Swadharma for Kshatriya. It comes from a non-violent space because it's containing the asuric energy at any cost. And for Sudras and Vaishyas, it's their Swadharma to support this, to contain the asuric energy. Swamiji is explaining this beautifully because there is a lot of misunderstanding among Hindus about ahimsa means not fighting. The non-violence comes from the space. It's not the action or inaction, but it comes from the space. So the when Krishna asked Arjuna to go and fight in the war, he's asking to fight from a space of non-violence, which is his dharma. He is Satriya, and his dharma, so dharma, is to fight the very people on the other side, Pandavas. They're asuras, basically, and they want to um, extend their own life and own goals at the expense of other people. So again, to re-emphasize again what Swami is saying is to Satriya's responsibility is to contain that, but he should contain that from realizing that he's acting out of non-violence in the space of ahimsa. Swamiji made it very, very clear for Hindus. Thank you, Swamiji.
As you know, today already the satsang time is up. So, Sri Pavanji, I assure I will give a separate live satsang for you, answering all your questions as the time is already late. The program time is up. We are running late. And Sri Sandeep ji, for you also, I'll give a separate live satsang exclusive and answer all your questions, I assure you. Maybe within next few days, we will schedule exclusive live satsang for Sri Sandeep ji and exclusive live satsang for Big TV. And I apologize to both of you for not answering all your questions today, as the Akshaya Tritiya program time is over. So with this, I bless all of you
Thank you, Swamiji.
on this Akshaya Tritiya. Paramadvaita Praptirastu, Sarva Mangala Praptirastu, Arogya Praptirastu, Aishwarya Praptirastu, Sagalaishwarya Praptirastu, Dhanadanya Praptirastu, Santana Praptirastu, Dirghayushman Bhava, Arogya, Ananda, Aishwarya, Jivan Mukti Praptirastu, Paramadvaita Praptirastu. Let you all manifest, enjoy, celebrate Paramadvaita, Jivan Mukti, and all the auspiciousness on this Akshaya Tritiya day. Let all the auspicious things manifest in you, Akshaya, infinite. And today, you should receive gift from elders. So you will always be receiving gifts, and you should give dana to youngsters so that you will be rich and wealthy to always give dana and gifts. With Guru, you should receive Paramadvaita Anubhuti. From Guru, you should receive Paramadvaita Anubhuti and give your bhakti. So your Paramadvaita also manifests infinitely, and your bhakti also manifests infinitely. With this, I bless you all. Paramadvaita Praptirastu. Blessings. Blessings. Be blissful.